Welcome to Ocrop's YouTube channel, your world for information. Hi all, I'm your Ark, and the topic for the day is implementing 5S. 5S is the Japanese workplace organization. We all know that, right? So before we start the video, thanks to all those who have subscribed to my channel and watch my videos regularly. And for those who haven't, request is please check out my videos, and if you like them, subscribe and share. Also, please feel free to add your opinion in the comment section of the video. Right, let's get into the topic. IWES is a Japanese workplace organization starting with 5 S's. Seiri meaning sort, Seitan meaning sitting in order or systematic arrangement, Seiso meaning stick or span, Seiketsu meaning serene atmosphere or sanitizing or standardization, and Shitsuke meaning self-discipline. Nice it would be to work in a clean, beautiful, and an organized workplace. If you take time to reach things, minimize your work productivity will improve. Spending lesser time for handling the material. What if you can detect the problem faster? How nice it would be to reduce the machine downtime or increase the productivity. Be not nice to lower the cost of production and have more usable space? If you can do all this with 5S, yes, you can do. You can do all these things with a proper implementation of the 5S tool. Not just these, but there are many more advantages. You have a better preventive maintenance. The employee involvement in the workplace is more. You are reducing the errors and the defects because you have standardized procedures. You are consistent and you are churning out a better quality product. Your productivity is higher, your accidents are lesser, your employee morale is high, and there are more time for improvement activities. These are all benefits of the 5S tool. The first step in 5S is sorting, where you need to identify and sort to segregate usable items from the non-usable items. So it is natural that what is required for your working will be sorted and what is not required for your working will be sorted. So you know what the scrap and waste are. And in that scrap, what is reworkable or what can be rejected is understood. And not in working order, whether you will have to fix it if it is necessary, and things that you may not require or unnecessary again that can be moved to scrap. And what rework has to be done, and what has to be discarded has to be discarded. And what is unnecessary, you'll have to identify whether it is potentially useful. If it's not potentially useful, then that can be discarded or disposed. And in the necessary, what is repairable, what is not repairable. If it is repairable, we will repair and we will use it. Otherwise, we would discard it. This is the first case of sorting. The steps for sorting are as follows. You have to remove all garbage and unnecessary tools from the shop floor. Then remove unnecessary paper from the files. You discard some old files and stationery not in use. If you are using a computer, you can do the same things. Only what is required on your computer, the things that you use regularly can be on the desktop. Otherwise, they can be moved to archive folders. And you have to have a horizontal and vertical look, the walls and floors, to remove all the unnecessary items. What will be for the work, what will be helpful for the work, useful for the work, will only be on the workplace. All other things would be moved away, and the walkways should be clean. What are the benefits of sorting? It saves the floor space. It helps to get rid of all the obsolete materials. Gives a clear idea of material in stock, what you have in stock. It prevents the incidence of unnecessary buying. So if whatever you have, you need not buy it again. So you save some money on your purchasing as well. And it helps you in better utilization of the existing material. Second step in 5S is say so or systematic arrangement or setting in order. It is a rational, orderly, and methodical arrangement of all items we use, rework, or write off. In the second S or the systematic arrangement, we ensure a rational layout of machine, equipments, and cabinets. And we'll have to used items are we placed frequently at the point of use. We identify some point of use and we place the uh, things that we use frequently. A place for everything and everything in its place. We prefix a place for everything and put everything in place. We use labels, color codes to identify. Easy identification, visual identification is implemented. Then we use index for files, records, drawings, etc. And we have a planned storage with easy retrievability. And any mix-up items in the cabinet should be organized. We keep them organized, sitting it in order. And we make cabinet shelves, racks, self-explanatory through identification aids, mostly visual identification, and have visual controls for checking the missing items. If some item is missing, it should be visible. The sorting of the usable items can be things that are constantly in use, that is, the things that we use on a hourly basis or daily basis or a weekly basis, and things that we use occasionally, let's say monthly use, and there are items that we seldom use but still it is required, maybe once in a quarter. So things that are constantly used are placed close to the mission or the operational area. Things that are occasionally used are placed in the work area but not very close to the operations or the missions. And things we seldom use but not still needed, those to be sent to the stores or the storage area. Benefits of systematic arrangement include the easy availability of materials, easy retrievability of materials, the production downtime is less, the machine breakdowns are handled fast, and time for searching things are minimized. Seri and Seitan. Third step is Seiso, which roughly translates into spick and span, or shine, or sweep. So here is cleaning is not for beautification, but it is also with a sense of purpose. And all the workplace should be clean, the machine should be clean, and the floors should be swept, and the surroundings should be kept clean. Dusting has to be made to have a dust-free environment, and the cobwebs have to be cleared. And wiping to make oil, grease, and moisture free is an added advantage. If you could polish and paint, it is well and good. The maintaining sparkling cleanliness is making things easier for inspecting if there are any problems. Identifying root cause and establish corrective action becomes easier. In the third S, we develop some standards of cleaning. We clean up the workplace after use. We clean up machines and tools after use. We clean up supply lines and ensure that there are no leakages, no blockage, no clogging with oil or dirt in the workplace. And we assign clear responsibilities and schedules for cleaning. Clean waste bins at the end of shift of the day, and it makes the environmental management also easier. To clean the lights, bulbs, fans, shades, reflectors, whatever is that. Please pay attention, special attention to the scrapyards, gardens, and godowns, which are often ignored. Scraps and chips from machine could fall directly into the collecting bins, so Make sure you're collecting wins or not collecting these materials. Use brainstorming and problem solving techniques to identify the root cause of the problems and arrive at a corrective action to ensure that the problem does not recur in the future. Benefits of CISO is clean missions and floor expense problems like mission crack or oil leakage are lesser, and the corrective action is relatively faster, is speeded up by clean workplace, and then tools are well laid out, and the material flow is smoother. The inventory levels can visually be found. Uh, the time for detection is very less, and the production downtime is low, and employees get a sense of feeling, sense of pride, and you can serve with a greater confidence to the customers because of the high quality product that you can achieve through the 3S methodology. 4 in 5S is the Seiketsu or the serene atmosphere or standardization. So, following the earlier 3S's, we are standardizing the work procedures to maintain safe and hygienic work condition in a workplace to contribute to a serene atmosphere in the workplace. First task is to identify the 5S areas and start developing standards or evaluation criteria with the workman. People have to be involved. It is more important. Whether it is the SOPs or the housekeeping standards, it has to be with the involvement of the people. Once it is established, developed, then the checking procedure 5W1H we'll have to use, and then the feedbacks have to be taken. Some of the standardization steps for serene atmosphere could be to wear neat and clean uniform and wear protective clothing (PPEs) wherever it is applicable, provide adequate lighting, ventilation, exhaust, and checking for electrical wiring, cable switches, whether they are all in order, and maintaining sanitary or hygienic conditions in washrooms, locker rooms, canteens, and kitchen, earmarking smoking and eating area, looking for heavy noise or vibration, heats in mission, and analyze for the root causes or the root cause and take action, create some visual control systems, devising ways to expose some of the hidden issues. By standardization, we bring the problem to the surface. What is hidden under, we are bringing it to the surface, and we can always create some in-house standards as well. Benefits of standardization includes standardization procedures to minimize the errors, increase the productivity as the defects would go down because of the standardization. The working conditions are made easier and safer, and there are a number of new problems that are exposed, brought to the surface and solved. More opportunities to maintain and improve the quality, the ownership and the sense of pride among the employees also increase because of standardization. Fifth step in the 5S implementation is the self-discipline or shitsuke, as they say in Japanese. It's all about the training, the sincerity, and the consistency of purpose in following the rules and the standard develops in the that were developed in the earlier 4S's. First step is to create an awareness of the 4S and develop an action plan for maintaining the developed standards. We need to make them easily understandable through training or other methodologies. Specific direction have to be provided, and the display of correct work procedures on the shop floor and correcting the deviations on the spot has to be encouraged. Discipline is also to maintain the punctuality and conduct the audits and demonstrate sincerity in following the rules. What are rules for? Rules are for us. And who should follow the rules? We. And why we'll have to follow? Because rules are for our purpose, our safety, and our better environment for us. So we need to share the success to enthusiasts, not only ours, but as a team, we should enjoy the success. For that, we need to have Self-discipline. Critical steps or factors in implementing 5S are the top management commitment. Without the top management commitment, nothing can be done in an organization, and especially some kind of initiative like 5S definitely requires the leadership commitment, and the leadership by the location head is key, and the awareness training program for all the employees, including the concept, rules, steps, and benefits of 5S has to be very clear. And there must be a launch of 5S program and promotion through badges, posters, booklets, banners, and many other methodologies. And there needs to be allocation of fund, which is very important. And then comes the identification of 5S areas where 5S can be implemented, the situation analysis, the 5S team formation, and the involvement of the workmen, development of standards, developing the 5S checklist, the guidance, training, sorting out problems that are happening because of the lack of understanding, developing audit checklist, publishing the 5S audit results, reviewing the audit findings and the uh, corrective action with the follow-ups, and holding competitions or awards. The methodology for the implementation of 5S shall include, but it's not limited to, involving all the employees to undergo housekeeping training, having a vision statement to be evolved and started with all the employees, dividing the organization into convenient zones for the easy implementation of 5S, and each zone has to be divided into the convenience subzones, and decide on the dates for launching the housekeeping in each zone or the subzone. If you deem it is necessary to take a pledge from all the employees for the workplace organization. Apply the 5S principles step by step. The 1S has to be created, then move on to the second S, then the third S. But generally, people make mistakes by implementing 1S for this year and the second S will come the next year. It may not happen that way. It can be phased out, but it has to be phased out in a sensible fashion that the 5S is established and then it is continually improved over a period of time. Forming the audit teams also need to be little tricky decision, and people with auditing abilities and attitudes or people who have been trained for auditing has to be part of the audit team, and the audit has to be carried out objectively. Objectively means there is no subjective uh, faults, only objective evidences should be collected during the audit and it has to be corrected and the corrective actions have to be arrived at. The summary of the implementation of FIRE would be to identify existing status under 5S concepts, identify specific weaknesses, and determine the root cause of each of the weaknesses. Sometimes it may be root cause, sometimes it may be the root causes. Then determine solution for each of these issues or weaknesses. Take remedial action with the identified solution and ensure that it is prevented from recurrence. Assign responsibility through 5W1H, questioning pattern, methodology, question, keep questioning your activities and verify whether the actions implemented are effective. Review them periodically and think and look for better ideas. I hope you had a good time listening to the steps in the implementation of 5S in your organization. I'm sure you'd do well to follow these steps and implement 5S effectively in your workplace for a better experience of the workplace activities and higher quality and productivity. Hope to see you with some similar videos in the future. If you like the video, please remember to share it with all your contacts and subscribe for my channel to get into more videos like this. Click the bell button for receiving notifications of all my videos in the future. Take care, stay safe till then. Bye bye. Off signing off. Good day to you all. Bye bye. See you.